I've had people tell me that it's a
you are
my dad, Gene.
His dad.
Is that Gene Burmeister?
Correct.
Right? You guys are Kewaunee residents?
Yes, we are. Born and raised here.
Born and raised.
Same here.
Well, so tell me about this room we're standing in.
I started collecting, this is my first engine in 1985. Went to a garage sale, and I didn't know what this was. I had never seen such a thing, okay? So I asked the guy, what do you want for it? He was just standing in the garage, and he said, give me $10, get it out of here. Okay, I'll give you $10. Well, I got it running, I still own it to this day. And then I started wondering what other engines Briggs & Stratton made after I found out this was a Briggs & Stratton. I started looking for other Briggs & Stratton engines. And
Started accumulating some.
then my son got involved about 17 years ago, and he started collecting. So these engines are kind of mine and his.
This is my first engine that I purchased. Now my youngest son is kind of getting into it. His engine's here somewhere. I'm not sure.
This guy right here?
Exactly. Yeah, this one right here is my youngest, Jessie Jr. And we just kind of collect everything and anything that's motorized.
So what do you love most about like doing this, repairing the, you know, what's the drive?
The drive is the hunt. You don't know when you're going to find that rare engine, that unusual piece, that engine you're looking for. And then once you find it, to get it running. The excitement is to hear that engine run again. And then, because a lot of these engines you cannot find, they're just not out there. We have a 1918 Page. This is a cream separator engine. And most of these engines, by the way, in here do run. Over here we have, if anybody's familiar with a Doodlebug mini bike, those are the first mini bikes made. These are the engines that were on them. We kind of over-restored it. You can see it's really polished. We took it a little further.
The bigger engines with the big flywheels are hit and misses. These are small air-cooled engines.
Okay.
Yeah,
So these are air-cooled engines.
right. They're cooled by just the air.
All right.
You know, there's no water that cools them. This is also another very old, it's a 1918 Stover Dural. You can see it's got really good compression here.
Well, most of these are wash machine engines.
Yeah, they're used on wash machines. Thus, the hoses hanging here, you'll hang that out the window.
Okay.
The exhaust go out the window and smoke up your house. That's what those tubes are for. These are also that type of engine.
This is unknown engine. Nobody can tell us what kind of engine this actually is.
The maker is unknown.
So, all right, Internet, let us know.
Yeah,
right?
anybody can tell us. We'd love that. Okay, over here we've got a 1930s Doyle. We got a 1930s Kissel. That's just a 58 Model 6B SF. Not bad, valuable evidence, but it's just in nice shape. And I race go-karts, so here we got some racing engines. These are alcohol. This is a 1933 Sears Handyman walk-behind tractor. Here we've got a 1929 Cooper lawnmower. Here we got a 1931 Bolins. This is a B2. Anybody out there on the internet, we're looking for the front casters. Here's a 1939 Jacobson. This is a golf course greens mower. This is a Pincor, otherwise known as a Pioneer Jenny motor. Coldwell, Eclipse. I actually cut my lawn at home with this once in a while. Here's a Pennsylvania. You can see it's partially restored. It's got the nifty little toolbox here. Keep your tools in there. Here's a Greens mower. It's a Majestic. This is a rotary mower. You can see here the blades. There's like teeth on this. It's a circular drum and then there's teeth on it. You wouldn't want to get your foot caught in there. Here we got a 1965 Rupp, it's a dart cart. This is what they call the A-bone. I race carts part-time just for fun. This is my hot rod. This thing flies, does about 10,000 RPM. This is my stalker We run on clay with this, the dirt oval cart. This is a 1978 Sears. This here is a 60s Bug. Okay, over here we got a 1954 Triumph. Belongs to my son-in-law. It's a little bit custom, but it's mostly stock. Very nice bike, beautiful bike. We've got a Cat mini bike, the Gilson. Here we've got a Cat Hustler, so a little chopper bike. That's under restoration. This is a Sensations mini bike. A 1972 Raytech RT200. I don't even know what this thing is, but here's another mini bike. The thing's fast as hell. There's 1972 Speedway Greenhorn. This is a Heath kit. Has the ski that you slip on here. You take the bolt out, you slip that right on there, and you can drive this thing in the winter. Kind of neat. Here's a 72 Speedway Widowmaker. It's got a Sox 80 CC on it. This ran a sawmill before. This could have been used for anything on the farm. Here's our first Briggs FH we bought. Jessie, my son, and I, we bought this one together. We each kicked $100. This is our first Briggs & Stratton FH. It runs great to this day. We bought that back in the 80s somewhere.
One of the most sought after collecting Briggs engines there are out there. I bought this for my dad. My dad's retiring in December, and I bought this as a retirement present for him.
Excellent.
It's a 1910 Waterloo Boy. The color is incorrect. It's supposed to be red. We will restore it to the original color. It should run great.
So what about the engine? What about the engine that was running out for the? What is that called?
Briggs & Stratton 5S. That was a 5S, 1953.
For real, we ain't lying this time. Slowing down. She didn't like that oil. Done. 2652.
Okay.
It ran for 26 minutes and 52 seconds or something like that.
All right. And is that called something when you run an engine till it
It's
blows?
seized.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes it will blow and actually throw the rod out the block. It'll
Okay.
actually put a hole in there.
Which this one at one time had done that. You can see the hole has been patched. Once you patch the hole, put a new rod in it, it'll run again. No problem. And today we had our show today, so we had to buy a couple engines. This is a Briggs Model K with the Kingston card. This is a Briggs A. This one here is a Briggs B. And here we have another A. If you follow me in here, I'll show you my car I built. This was just a rock bucket when I bought it, so we thought we'd build a little custom out of it. About a foot all the way around the sheet metal on the car has been replaced. If you sight down the side of this car, you'll see it's perfectly straight. There's no waves. I actually used a 2x4 to make sure, me and my brother each took an end of a 2x4 with a long piece of sandpaper and actually blocked this thing back and forth to get it absolutely straight. It's got solenoid doors, open with a solenoid pop button here, she'll open. I did the flames, did all the body work on it. The interior is original. Here's the engine, it's restored. That's a 390 Cadillac. A little dirty right now. Any guys know of Simcoe? Shakedown, we take it down there always. And that pretty much is our museum.
That's awesome. What's the drive here?
I like small mechanics. I like playing with them. I like getting them running. I just get a thrill out of being able to take something that has been sitting in a barn for who knows how long, 20 years, 50 years. Like the big Galloway outside that water cooled, that was stuck tight. We brought that home, I beat the piston out of it, and I got it running. And just a thrill with that, getting it running, is like an adrenaline rush for me. It's like jumping out of an airplane for some people. It's the same thing. So that's kind of what got me into it. And then Dad, he does body work, so we kind of worked it well together. He paints them up, I get them running.
Hey!